What's up, guys? Thank you for joining me today. Now, of course, before I start, I'd like to thank all you guys who have already signed up for my upcoming webinar. And this is all about the best ways to get a girl to chase you and how to become irresistible. Your numbers are really motivating, actually, and kind of inspiring. Now, if you haven't signed up, please do sign up because the spaces are limited and they're moving really fast. For those who don't know me, I am an expert dating coach. My name is Annabella Rose and I'm from a company called karmalifestyles.com. Now, in today's video, I'm going to talk about how to play the dating game. Dun, dun, dun. It's one of the areas that I'm going to be talking about during the upcoming webinar, and I'm going to elaborate on everything I talk about here. Dating is full of mind games because everybody wants to feel fulfilled in the relationship. Women had mastered these mind games. That's why they have a lot of unwritten rules, and it's like playing a game that you don't know what the answers are. The 3-day rule, where you have to wait 3 days before you call back a guy that you like. It's just, well, too many games for my liking. Most guys give up before the game's even finished, and that's how you end up losing. In the upcoming webinar and this video, we're going to talk about some of the games that women play in the beginning and when dating. It will give you the home advantage to play out all of these games and twist them into making her chase after you. When I introduced the upcoming webinar, I did have a starting message, and that's kind of where this has cottoned on from, because it really did catch my attention. And I'm going to read it to you again, all about this. So, it goes, "Hello Annabella, you're very, very pretty and I want to master the art of making girls chase after me so that you can chase after me. I'm an average looking guy and I work a normal job, so I'm not wealthy. How can a woman in this modern time chase after a guy who is average looking and not super rich? Well, thank you, my anonymous admirer. I am super flattered that you want me to chase after you, and hey, maybe after the webinar I might. Now, my advice is that looks are important, but not in the way that you might think. It's not about being handsome, but it's about looking good. Most beautiful women date average looking guys all the time. However, looking average doesn't mean that you have an average personality either. Women are attracted to more than just your physical appearance, and you need to get over that hurdle. Your character can help you become irresistible and make you get absolutely beautiful women chasing after you. And that is the space that we're going to talk about during my webinar. Here is how you can play the dating game and win. Play under your terms. Approaching women and picking up women should be fun, not a duty. Most men push away women that they approach without even knowing because they take it way too seriously. When you make it seem like it's a matter of life or death, we make you play according to our terms. That means we can send you on a wild goose chase and keep you as our little insurance policy in case things don't work out in our current relationship. However, when you play under your terms, you will not stretch beyond your limits. That means that you're going to have fun while approaching women and picking them up, not making it feel like a chore. Rejection is just another day at work. Most men think that beautiful women have a lot of men lined up. Actually, on the contrary, men fear approaching beautiful women because of rejection. Rejection is inevitable when approaching and picking up women. To master how to play the dating game, you have to take rejection as an occupational hazard. The thing about the fear of rejection is that it's going to prevent you from approaching the women that you actually want. Some of these women that you have been so scared to approach will have actually said yes. But hey, now you'll never know. Another thing is fear of rejection inspires desperation. We can smell desperation from a mile away, and it turns us off to no end. We want a man of character, a guy that doesn't know his worth, but will never know our worth. Ditch your phone. Phones are good, and they've made our lives so much simpler. However, everything comes at a cost. A commitment made in a person has a reliable binding power that one made over the phone. When you want to play the dating game and win, you need to build these strong connections. A woman will chase after a guy that she feels will leave an emotional void behind if he goes away. Emotional connections are made in person, and that's why most guys are losing women a lot faster these days. It's an almost impossible task to make a woman chase you when you hide behind your computer or your iPad and your phones. There might be a lot of misunderstanding when you talk over the phone. It's challenging to differentiate a joke, maybe sarcasm, and the facts. So most of the time, you're going to be rather explaining what you meant rather than laughing at the initial joke. And that is going to take all the juice off of your conversation. Know when to pause. How can I chase after you if you're always chasing me? We are funny species of humankind. We will play hard to get, but then the minute you start withdrawing, we'll come running super fast. Playing the dating game is all about timing. You give me the adrenaline, excitement, affection, and attention that I need and I want and desire. But when I'm getting so used to it and basking in this pleasure that you're giving me, start to withdraw slowly. Each step you take back, I take one towards you because I want things to remain where they were. Also, sometimes you might be approaching women, but without success. That can be emotionally and mentally draining. Take some time off and focus on yourself. Knowing when to take a break is a vital skill when it comes to dating. So guys, this is just a glimpse of what I'm going to share with you in the upcoming webinar. The dating skills that you need to conquer the dating game. I had a client a couple of months ago. He was probably in his late 20s, but he had never approached a woman. And he honestly just didn't know how. All the women that he tried to date were either his sister's friends or someone from maybe his family hooked him up with, something like that. And naturally, most of his relationships never worked because it was on convenience. He had a wild imagination of the type of girls that he wanted to date. He was an introvert and wanted to date all these sort of wild, fierce women. Now, the rule of dating is simple. Give someone what they want, but don't have. Wild girls enjoy life in the fast lane, but they want genuine affection and love at the same time. These are qualities that they don't get with men that ride them off into the fast road. So we spent a couple of weeks together, me and this guy, and I discovered that each time he was around a woman that he likes, he would have this completely fake personality to try and please her. And that is a mistake that so many of my clients make, but he was making it probably bigger than most of them. Now, I've talked about it hundreds of times with people. Women want to form a genuine connection, and you can't do that with this borrowed personality that you're taking from the movies. Some girls have wild natures because they're so scared to be emotionally vulnerable with a person and get hurt. So I taught him some dating strategies, as I always do, that would complement his own unique personality and the women that he wants to attract. Within a few weeks, he was scoring big with the wild ones. He was going on more dates and picking up women without that much effort, which was amazing to see. And when you understand the game, you'll also run in that direction. You will position yourself in this intersection where everything kind of comes to you. And finding your way to that crossroad is the idea behind this upcoming webinar. We want to understand the game and how to turn the tables around for you. You may ask, what makes this webinar so different from the others? Well, I'll give you a couple of reasons why. It will increase your success with women. The surest way to get a woman that you want is to get her chasing you. I have all of these little sneaky techniques to help you do just that. Learn ways to inspire curiosity. Curiosity is the spice of dating life, and if you can get and make a girl curious about you, she will always be glued to you. She'll never be bored because she's always anticipating for something she doesn't know or expect. Play the dating game and win. This webinar is not about the half-baked information that you're going to get everywhere else. I'm going to take you deep and help you understand what you are up against. Understanding women is not learning quantum physics. It is much simpler, but you do need to be taught. You are rebranding yourself. The perception that other people have about us can really affect our personalities and our energies. Now, in this webinar, we are going to be opening up the man who will attract women, and rebranding is really crucial. I'm going to give you foolproof techniques that will make you become a guy that women desire. It's not possible to tell you all of these benefits right now that you're going to get from the upcoming webinar because they're truly personalized. Now, I've done it before and I will do it again. And I think it was very successful. Now I'm going to challenge bigger and better things than before. And you can get your seat now by signing up for free. I'm not kidding. This is the content that you would pay good money for, and I'm going to be giving it away for free. The spaces are limited, so they are moving fast. Make sure you've signed up for the upcoming webinar, and that is the best way to turn your life around and get girls to chase you by becoming irresistible. Just click on the link down below and become part of this transformation. At the end of the webinar, I of course am going to be doing a live Q&A chat session where you get to talk to me one-on-one. This is a safe space, so bring all of the deepest, darkest questions that you've got boiling inside you, all to do with the theme of the webinar, and I will get you the solutions. So guys, that's it from me today. I hope I'm going to see you at this webinar, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.